in this round, John.
"28 years old, Vitali Klitschko 40. Getting towards the business end of the fight now. This has been a big effort in this round from Chisora.
Good body shot from Klitschko.
I was just about to say that the crowd a bit muted, but now the chants go up. That's a good right hand from Chisora. Klitschko wants to hold on and suck it up a bit and spoil. That was a really good solid right hand from Chisora. Big effort from the challenger in this round.
It's been his best round as well, this John. He's working very well. He's coming forward. He's landing shots, giving the cuffing shots around the ear, around the glove, which is getting blocked around the ear. The telling shots, you know, he's putting them in. And Vitali, when he does answer back and counter, Dereck then counters his counter. He's coming back. He's matching him shot for shot.
So last few seconds, last 10 seconds coming up of the 8th round. It's not going to end here, not unless something truly spectacular happens in these last few seconds, but it's been a good round for Chisora, Paul.
It has. It hasn't been a very good. That's his best round, in my opinion. He's done well. He's landed shots, and neither fighters really ever, shaking the other fighter. They haven't really been rocked. But the landing and the big shot that are landing, but I would give that round to Chisora.
Well, that's the way you see it.
Keep your head still, mate. Good boy. Give him a rinse and spit in front of you. Have a good rinse and spit in front of you. Just keep your head still, okay?
We'll get the scores in a moment.
You okay?
Yeah. Come on, Derek, we've got this.
We've got this in now.
Paul's got it narrowing, Paul Smith, that is. Now by 2 points to Klitschko. Let's see how the judges have got it. In a moment, it will be announced.
78-76, I've got it.
Paul Smith's got it 78-76, you heard there. Let's just see what the judges are doing. Master of Ceremonies is poised. Our German translators will give it to us. Well, it's not been given. I'm not quite sure what's that about. They didn't get it in time. They couldn't do their tallies. There's no jiggery-pokery going on with those scores. A little bit surprising. According to WBC rules, that should have been given. Always get just a little bit twitchy when that sort of thing happens, and there's a bit of an inquest going on there on the far side of the ring. Some of Klitschko's people are in there looking at the judgment. Well, I'll tell you what, there's as much cause for raised eyebrow there as there was in anything that's went on in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, Klitschko really doesn't look himself to me. He's blowing, he seems to be wincing every now and then when he's throwing shots himself, and especially when he's taking shots.
The Klitschko camp, who I saw before the fight began, going round and paying the judges in cash, presumably their fee, which was stuffed into pockets in nice crisp dollar bills, was in there looking over the officials' shoulders and seeing exactly what was happening with the scores. German television have got their representatives over there, and he's just shrugged his shoulders and he says, goodness knows what's going on.
You don't want to see it, do you? Again, Chisora's on the front foot though, and he's taking it to Klitschko, and he's certainly not letting him have any rest.
This has not been the sort of dominant and authoritative performance from Klitschko that we've been used to seeing over recent years. That was a nice right hand as he planted his feet.
He's got going back to the cross arm a lot this round as well, the cross arm guard, which he always does, as you say. You know, you never really expect heavyweights to go down off body shots, and you see a lot of them land and they don't have any effect, but maybe these body shots from Dereck Chisora are having some sort of effect. There's not much body fat there from Klitschko. Chisora's landed with a hell of a lot of body shots, and Klitschko's mouth's open, he's breathing out of his mouth, he looks a bit, he's puffing a little bit.
El cross arm guard, Azuma Nelson,
yeah,
Joe Frazier,
yeah.
Archie Moore,
yeah, Peter Buckley.
a name to be linked with the greats.
It's probably the only time it'll be in that sentence.
It's a nice jab from Klitschko. I mean, too many of those. His jab's been a very underutilised weapon, which I think is probably tribute to the way in which Chisora has been able to bob and weave and get himself into range. Certainly in the more recent rounds.
You're right.
It's not a right hand from Klitschko, but I almost sense that the exertion of it is taking it out of Klitschko. That one landed flush.
Right hand from Klitschko.
Mouth of Chisora starting to just bleed a little now. Good work from the champion in the closing stages of this 9th round. And has he ridden out the storm? To dig deep though.
Yeah, that was about the same as 3 rounds ago, where Chisora was doing the work, getting there, but just not doing nothing when he was there. He wasn't letting his hands go.
Give that one to Vitali.
I do, yeah. Yeah, better work, landed more shots, a cleaner shots in my opinion.
Well, here come the scores that they are finally going to give us at the end of the 8th round. And Klitschko leading 79-74, 79-73, 79-73. That was after 8 rounds.
You're listening to me. Okay.
You've got it, Paul, by what have we got?
I had 1 round left.
Yeah, just a wee bit closer. But
I had it 78-76. And I gave the last round to Vitali Klitschko.
Chisora had a real big effort in that 8th round. Both men slow to get off their stools and resume the fray as we move into the 10th. A lot of Klitschko fights have lost, have been ended at this sort of stage. Klitschko still looking as though he's very wary of Chisora.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it's whether he has it in the tank now. If he does catch Chisora, he seems to be very tired and blowing. Physically, he looks okay, but his mouth's open, he's breathing, he's not fighting the way he usually fights.
Lives the life, Vitali Klitschko, unquestionably, but he's just looked a bit older in this fight. I think he's started to look more like a man of 40.
Yeah, you're right, John. I was just going to say, you could live the life of a monk all your life, but when final time catches up with you, that's that. You just can't do it anymore.
Comes a time when you look in the mirror and see your dad looking back at you. Trust me. Chisora not throwing too much in the first minute and a half of this 10th round. Bravely coming forward, swinging. Has Chisora ridden out the storm such as it may have been?
He's not doing much this round, and he's getting caught. He took some heavy shots as well. But I can't keep saying it enough. The jab is working for Dereck Chisora, and if he just uses it just that little bit more, it just stops Vitali from setting himself and letting big bombs go like that. It's no secret Chisora's looking for 1 big shot over the top, 2 big shots over the top, but the jab to the body will open the door for those shots.
Klitschko's been hit with more body shots than I can remember for an awful long time.
Definitely. Probably more than he's ever been within a fight.
And Dereck Chisora, I know back home there was a lot of scepticism about this fight, as though Chisora was automatically going to be outclassed. It's not been that way.
No, it hasn't. He's gave a good account of himself so far, and there's still 2 good rounds to go after this.
If Chisora had fought like this against Tyson Fury, might have been a very, very different story if he'd come in this sort of shape.
Definitely. That's a great body shot.
But Klitschko on the back foot, doesn't want to know.
That was a good body shot.
Again, arm shots from Klitschko as he gives ground. Oh, good work from Chisora last few seconds. Needs more of that. But now, well, on our card, he's going to have to stop Vitali Klitschko if this dream is going to become a reality. I don't suspect he maybe quite has the punch power to do it, but those are the shots. How you score that one, Paul?
I gave it to Vitali again. Last little flurry at the end of the round for Dereck Chisora was a good one, but not enough to take the round, in my opinion.
He's made it a hard night for Vitali Klitschko. Only 3 men have taken Klitschko the distance. Timo Hoffman, Kevin Johnson, Shannon Briggs. Shannon Briggs was ruined by it. Well, Chisora is certainly anything but.
Of course, it was a one-sided beating, wasn't he? And it certainly hasn't been that tonight.
There's Natalia Klitschko, married to Vitali for the last 15 years. They've got 3 kids, Yegor, Elizabeth, and Max, who's 6 years old. You know who he was named after? Max Schmeling. Great friend of the Klitschkos while he was still alive, and somebody they, I know, admired hugely. Inspirational figure in this part of the world, Max Schmeling was. If you've never read his if you've never read a great biography which is out there, look it up on Amazon and buy it. Chisora still keeps coming, still trying to bob and weave his way in, trying to find a little bit of the old Smoking Joe style.
Yeah, I'll likely be proved wrong, but the sting seems to have gone totally to Klitschko's shots. After that body shot, there's a big red mark on his ribs, on the left side of Klitschko's ribs, on his left side from the right hook. And there doesn't seem to be no more sting in his shots at the minute.
Once upon a time, we'd have been talking about a 15-rounder, and we'd be just worrying if the old guy was going to start showing signs of fraying around the edges in those closing rounds.
They've had gloves on 6 ounces in weight and made out of horsehair as well.
Hard times, different era. One round the back of the head from Klitschko as the champs go up again. The referee saw it and admonishes Klitschko.
Good shot.
That's better from the champion. Chisora keeps coming. It's going to be interesting to hear what Vitali Klitschko has to say after this, and also going to be interesting to see what the reaction of the 2 men is. Will there be a respect at what's happened in the ring? Maybe not. Not sure that Vladimir, who was covered with water during the introductions, is going to be exactly fulsome in his praise.
I'd like to see it, but I'm sure we all would, but you can't see it.
Klitschko doing well here in this 11th. Chisora tries to keep coming, but he's not landing enough leather pull.
No, he's not.
That's a good right hand from Klitschko.
And
good shot.
He's took a few, John, as you said. You know, he's took a few too many in this round to no, it doesn't warrant for the shots that he's landed. He hasn't done enough.
Very warm here at ringside in the Olympia Halle. We've got snow outside, and it is hot here. A hot atmosphere in Munich. I'm told that Tim Witherspoon against Tony Tubbs was the last 15-round World Heavyweight title fight. What year was that? About 84, something like that? 84, 85, it was around that sort of time. We've got men behind the scene who are researching, even as we speak. A lot of our viewers won't even remember seeing those guys in the ring. This is a different era. Vitali Klitschko and Dereck Chisora. And Klitschko, well, for me, he took that round as well.
Same for me, John, definitely. Just a better work, and Chisora didn't do enough.
Last round.
Maybe saving it all for the last hurrah in this round.
Well, he's got to stop him. He's got to knock it out.
He's got to, yeah.
Last round.
I don't think there'll be a card anywhere in the world that will say that he's going to
Right, before the twittering starts, or tweeting, I should say, before people start texting us, we know it was 1986. Witherspoon Tubbs. Here we are in 2012. Klitschko Chisora, and Vitali Klitschko is poised to retain this WBC title yet again. The final round. Klitschko breathes deeply, hauls himself off his stool, and now they do touch gloves. Last 3 minutes. Can Chisora find something spectacular? The body shot.
Big gulp of air and a big swallow after the body shot.